What's going on, guys? So we are still out here at the 2024 Houston RV Show, and now we are in kind of the vendor area. This is where all the different manufacturers, there's my boys over at Moride. This is cool, Jellystone Park. They have a lot of really cool parks around the state, and there's a lot of cool stuff going on. So as we walk through here, we've noticed some interesting products, and this is one of them. Now, I have a lot of folks who constantly tell me about these portable style grills, but the reason why we kind of stopped and saw this is because it's a little different. There's some pros here and some advantages that I haven't seen with some of the other ones. So you really quickly want to go over your product and what we're looking at?
Sure. So ours is very unique. I don't think there's nobody else making one like this. We make these at our factory in Western Pennsylvania. They're 100% stainless steel. They're 100% made in USA. They're highly portable. This is the whole grill set up as if you were going to cook on it. And this right here would be the same grill. Everything here, the rake, the grate, the griddle, everything folds down into this easy to carry little package right here. It uses only to carry around. And then we sell
Got some weight to it, though. You can curl that thing if you want.
About 28 pounds altogether with the griddle. And it carries around, and we have a dual layer ballistic nylon bag that's also made in USA. Everything's 100% made in USA.
Very nice.
One of the big draws and benefits of it is you actually stack your wood or place your wood in a chimney. You want to use the kind of long sticks like that, or you can use whatever you find laying around near your campsite, and you will light it down here in the bottom. Whenever you light it, that updraft of wind up the chimney, for lack of a better word, supercharges the fire just like a rocket stove would, and you get wood embers you can cook on in about 15 minutes as opposed to 45 minutes to an hour for a fire.
Oh, wow.
So it's very convenient, not only to carry, but also to set up, and it's also very convenient and fast to be able to cook on.
Okay.
So it's just about the efficiency or the convenience of cooking on a gas grill. If you cook on a gas grill, you're going to have about 10 minutes, but you can set this up, light it, go get your meat ready, go get your food ready, prep whatever you're going to cook on it. And by the time you're done with that, it's going to be heated up. This thing gets to 1,000 degrees in about 12 minutes.
So I don't want to slaughter the name. Is this MBRR?
Ember. So
Ember.
Like
Okay.
wood ember. So
yeah,
wood
yeah.
Ember. It's made by us, 7.4. We make 100% everything that you see here. We make at our factory, except for the bag.
What I like dimensionally is once it's in the bag, it takes up a very small footprint inside of your storage compartment. You know, some of them, like if you look at some of these griddles, they're real wide and kind of bulky, and you have to find a spot for the griddle surface and all of that. But this seems, again, like it takes up a very small area, and because it's wood powered as your energy, it seems as if it's very convenient to use.
You don't have to carry charcoal. You don't have to carry gas. If you can find wood to build a fire, you can cook on this grill.
Yep.
And if you're out anywhere camping where you would need a portable grill, you probably have some wood laying around. You mentioned Blackstone and the griddle, so this is the grate. This is the griddle.
Oh, that is really cool.
Just that easy. Whenever you're ready to store this thing and put everything in the chimney, you just rotate this around, pick it up, it stores in the chimney. And like I said earlier, everything folds down into this. You put the lid on it. It's got a latch to keep it all latched up and secure. Carry it around wherever you want to go.
So, price and where do you buy it?
So, price for the entire, what we call the deluxe package, which is the bag, the griddle, pretty much everything you see here is $425 shipped.
Okay.
You can buy it on our website, which is 7-4.us.
Okay.
We're
What's
also
the
on Instagram. We're also on YouTube and Facebook.
What is the warranty that you get with it?
You get a 2-year warranty, but realistically, unless you run this thing over with your truck, it's going to last multiple lifetimes. We set out to build this thing. We R&D'd this thing for a long time to make sure that this was a lifetime product. That you could not only use this, but then you could give it to your grandkid. They could use it. This is going to last as long as anything out there in the grill sphere, probably long.
And 100% manufactured in the U.S.
100% manufactured in the U.S.
People are going to like that. I really appreciate it. That is really cool. Thank you again. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
So as I'm roaming around, I came across the NRVTA booth, and it's my friends out here who most of them have never met me before, but I know who they are. So that's really cool. What's going on, Coop?
Well, it's a long time no see. I haven't seen your hands in a long time.
You haven't, but some of the folks that work with you have. So, you know, I missed the bearded guy right there. So that's Todd. And then my friend Tony, you keep him locked up too much, I think.
Well, then if they get out, they get in trouble.
Yeah, that's true. Well, guys, if you haven't heard about the NRVTA, that is the National RV Training Academy. They're based in Athens, Texas, which is near Dallas. So if you go in the Dallas area, you can get to them. This is a super important organization. because they train the people who should be inspecting your RV before you buy your RV, because it's super important to go through that process. Basically what happens here is you go to a dealership lot, you see an RV that you fall in love with, not any of these show units because these have all been meticulously taken care of and cleaned and prepped prior to coming out here, but even show units, and there are things that you can't see that are lurking behind cabinets and above ceilings and under floors that can impact your ability to enjoy your brand new $20,000 to $300,000+ purchase. And the NRVTA trains the folks that can do several things. First of all, they can inspect your RV before you buy it. They can give you recommendations on what needs to be fixed. They can fix it.
The code of ethics that those guys work with, if they inspect it, they cannot work on it for a year.
Really?
Yeah. And that way,
yeah,
you don't have any skin in the game.
Yep, you don't have the whole dealership thing. You need to change your filter out, even though you just changed it out. We happen to have the size you need right with us right now. So that is, I did not know that. So if they inspect your RV, they cannot work on it for a year. Wow, that is ethics built into this whole process. I didn't know that. You just taught me something special, and that is very ethical. That's one of the things that you don't hear a heck of a lot of in the RV industry, right? All right.
Well, it all really got started. If you think about what happens, people buying homes, many banks and many institutions, you're not getting a loan unless you get this thing inspected. And so it's the same thing in the RV industry, is that some people are spending some serious money on these units, and they need somebody to put eyes on them.
Yep.
And not that anybody's doing anything shady, but it's sometimes another set of eyes finds things and get them repaired before you take possession of them.
Well, and the way I view it is, dealerships, a lot of people think they're just trying to get them off the lot, which is actually true. They are just trying to get them off the lot. But the reality is, an RV that comes from the manufacturer is on a dealership lot, might go through a brief PDI when it gets there. Just a vacuum, a wash, prep it a little bit so it can at least show well on the lot. But then it sits on the lot until it's sold. But it's not going to end up in the service department unless something's glaringly broken that you see. And the challenge is the dealership doesn't want to sell you a broken RV. That's bad publicity for them. They don't want to do that. But what they want to do is they want to sell you the RV. They just want to get it off their lot so they can get something else on their lot. The process of having it inspected means that if an RV sat there for any amount of time, from 1 day to 100 days to 1,000 days, depending on, the floor plan, maybe it was just an odd floor plan that they couldn't move. The process of inspecting it protects your investment because it lets you know, should I buy this RV? What possible issues am I going to deal with if I buy this RV? And does it make sense to go ahead and get this thing fixed and taken care of versus possibly look for a different one?
We see time and time again that there's a part that's not going to interfere with the experience that you're having, but you want to get it taken care of before the warranty expires. So if you get that inspection, then you identify those things, and then that way the factory and the dealership can work to get that part in while you go out and use it, and then set you up a time to bring it in. So it's better to get it inspected on the front end and know what you're dealing with, and know what parts you need, and get you an appointment set up.
Yep.
We see this all the time with dealers. We actually have some dealerships that actually, when somebody comes to buy a unit, say, are you going to get it inspected? Mm-hmm. And they said, why? Well, you get a home inspection. And they said, besides, they may find some things that we haven't seen. We'll get it repaired, get it taken care of, and get you on the road without any problem.
Yep, no, that's a great example. And like I said, what you said at the beginning of this video is critically important, that your inspections don't lead to repairs by the inspector. A year has to go by. And that makes me think of every time my AC company calls and tells me, hey, it's time for your biannual AC inspection, and they have a laundry list of stuff that they're ready to repair before they leave. Again, you always wonder, should I even have them come? Because all they're going to do is find broken things. But your process in place that doesn't allow them to actually work on the RV for a year ensures that that's not going to happen. That is really cool.
That was the whole principle of it.
That's awesome.
And there's some other things that are in place there with the code of ethics, but long and short of it, the main thing is it's the consumer when it's all said and done. Because it used to be, now it's changed a little bit, but it used to be that if you bought an RV and you enjoyed it, you would buy 7 in your lifetime. But this group called these baby boomers come along and changed this whole thing. Because the baby boomers showed up and said, no, I don't want to start with that tent camper. I want to start with this big motorhome. I want to start with this big fifth wheel. So they jumped in. But there's still a lot of the same thing that people, if they buy it and they enjoy it, they'll stay in the lifestyle.
Yep, that's absolutely true. Well, Coop, it's great to run into you. I've done collaborations with some of your guys. They're absolutely fantastic. Man, I'm actually honored to come out here and meet you guys because you guys do such a great service for the RV industry in general. I appreciate
it. You
it.
have an open invitation to come see us, okay? It's good to see you guys.
You too, brother. Thank you so much. Take care. Anyways, guys, you know, we walked through here, and I didn't see a heck of a lot of other stuff that was super interesting to me until I came to the end and saw the NRVTA, and I had to get my good friend Coop on here, who's never actually met me in person, but he knows what my hands look like.
That's right.
That was pretty nice. Hey, I'm not as ugly as people think I am, I don't think. Hey,
I'm
you know,
trying to keep my mouth shut. Okay?
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Anyways, guys, I appreciate your time. If you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again very soon.